What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Everybody come on in the room. Come on in the room. Man, we're just having a good time today. I got a lot to give you and a short time to give it to you, but I want to make sure that you get this because today's topic, we're going to be talking about casting your net on the other side. And I was talking to another client of mine in Birmingham, Alabama. And the brother gave me this, and it was so profound. It moved my spirit when he told me this. And I said, okay. I said, brother, I got to use that. I got to use it. And he said, take it, brother, and run with it. And we was talking about when you hit that level in business, you know, and you've done everything that you know how to do. There comes a time, and what he said was, you got to cast your net on the other side. And immediately, I know what I said. Immediately, I said, brother, I receive it. Boom, I never looked at that verse that way. See, what makes the book called Bible one of the most profound books of all time is, one, you would have to put yourself in the scripture in order for you to receive the full manifestation of what is being said. Which coincidentally coincides with what the topic is. Do something different. Don't keep reading the book of 2,000 years ago. Read the book in 2022 context, but put yourself in the verse. Let me show you. Give me an example. The disciples were out fishing off of the shores, and they had been out there all morning and hadn't caught much of anything. Then this man named Emmanuel, you know him by his title, Jesus, said, cast your net on the other side. Cast your net on the right side over there. Now, they had been fishing off of the left side of the boat. He's just out there watching, playing in the dirt, and said, cast your net on the right side. And then the scripture says that when they did that, they had so much fish was in the net that they couldn't even pull it all in. Let that sizzle in your spirit, because I want you to watch this. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Now, put yourself as an entrepreneur in that verse. Ooh, I'm finna take y'all somewhere and you're gonna like it. Put yourself in that verse as the fisherman, one of the disciples. Here's the scoop, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give you the skinny, like we used to say back in the day. I'm gonna give you the skinny. All right? These men were professional fishermen. Professional fishermen. They had been doing this for a long time. They knew how to fish. Make no mistake about that. Make no mistake. They knew how to fish. They were fishermen. You couldn't have told them. They knew what time to get up. They knew where the best spots were. They even knew how to fix and repair the net to make sure that no fish was getting away. They knew how to dispel, cast out the net. They knew everything about this. This was how they ate. So it wasn't like this was their first time, but then they wasn't catching anything. That's you, ladies and gentlemen. You have a skill, a business, a craft, a talent, whatever the case may be. And everybody wants you to sing. Everybody wants you to drop a verse. Everybody wants you to be their spade partner. Everybody wants you to play something on the piano or the guitar. Everybody wants to be around you. Everybody wants to hear you drop some wisdom. People come to you for advice. everybody wants you to cook your dressing. Everybody want to know when you cooking plates again. When you going to be selling plates again. It don't matter what the occasion or the event or the fact of the matter is. You know you can do this. But this one particular time, now we're going to say it wasn't just a day like in the book. We're going to say you're going through a drought season. We're going to say it's been months, 2, 3, 4 months. You're not making the money that you were once making. Then somebody named Robert Muhammad comes on across your social media platform. And Robert tells you, hey, listen, man. If you try something different, this thing we call e-commerce and social media, try social media. Huh? Cast your net on the other side. Now, what does that mean? Cast your net on the right side. It simply means, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, children of all ages, it simply means do something different. Ooh, let that sizzle in your spirit. It simply means do something different. That's all that it means, ladies and gentlemen. Do something different. Now, the quintessential, and I like that word. The quintessential definition of, I don't even know if the two words go together, but I'm going to ride with it because it sounds good. Add me a little T.I. moment. The quintessential definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, instead of doing something different to get a different result. Y'all chew on that piece of fat for a minute because they got a lot of flavor in it. In business, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot keep doing business the same as the old paradigm. You can't keep doing business the old way. We're in a different time era. 2022, we're different than what we were in 2012. You guys know how many iPhones have come out in the past 10 years? Think about that. If you're coming through here with an iPhone 3 and they already up to a 14 Pro Max, man, you don't get that old phone out here. Now just think, if technology has advanced that far in the past 10 years, why wouldn't business strategies? Why not business models, business techniques, ways of making money is different now? It's different than 20 years ago. 20 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, would be 2002. 2002, we didn't have cryptocurrency. Now we got 2002, we didn't have the metaverse. Y'all think about that. 2002, we didn't have the metaverse. 2002, you couldn't be anybody you wanted to be and not be deemed cuckoo. Think about that. 2002, we didn't have a virtual reality. We didn't have a virtual world. It was an idea, but now you can be anybody you want to be in the virtual world. 2002, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot buy a virtual property, own it, and people pay you real money in order to live in it. Come on now. Definitely different world than 30 years ago, 40 years ago. 40 years ago was 1992. 82. 1982. Now, 40 years ago wasn't that long ago. I was 10 years old. 10. I was playing in dirt at 10. Now, I broadcast on 14 different platforms. You couldn't have told me I would be doing this 40 years ago. Huh? So this is what I'm telling you. The old way of doing business nowadays, you have to cast your net on another side, on the right side, in order for you to bring in the multitudes. This is why the original symbol for Christianic faith was the fish, not the cross. Don't take my word for it. Go back and research it for yourself. Just to give you some meat to chew on. This is why when every entrepreneur faces this, every business owner faces this. This is why you have in business, you have peak hours or peak times and then down times. So once you hit the down times and you're thinking, well, I'm going to do the same thing I was doing when I was making a whole bunch of money, and it's not coming to fruition, it's not happening for your business, then guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You got to change gears. In the motorcycle world, you know, if you wanted to go faster, what you did was you dropped a gear, turned the throttle, and then kicked it back up. So sometimes you have to go down in order to go up, in order to go faster. I'm already in 6th gear. I'm killing it. I got this thing redlining. I mean, I got that tachometer bumping. So what I do, I drop it down a gear to 5th, and then when I kick it back up to 6 again, I give it all I can go, and then woo, now I can get an extra 30 miles out of it. It's the same thing in business, ladies and gentlemen. The same thing that Jesus was teaching the disciples then, and this is not churchy. I'm just giving you some examples so you can understand it, because the book called Bible is the most universal book. Everybody's heard about that story. And now you see yourself in it, with you being the fisherman, and you have influencers or marketers or people like myself in all facets of business. It doesn't matter. You don't have to stick with the e-commerce. I have an author. Ooh, commercial break me, please. If you guys haven't had an opportunity to catch the book or read the book, Swimming with the Shark, this is my latest book. This is book number 5. See, 40 years ago, you couldn't have told me I would have had 5 books. 1 bestseller. This one is on its way. But Swimming with the Shark is my latest book out, and this book is co-authored with 8. Myself make 9. 8 other authors, ladies and gentlemen. All of us down here. All of us are giving you business insights on what we went through, bumping our head up against the wall until we casted our net on the other side, and now it's not just me, it's 8 other authors in this book telling their story of how that we started raking in the fish. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. See, my first business was in 1995. The Premier Leather Crafters. I had been doing leather work, but it wasn't a business. I owned an extra job. That's what I owned. I owned a job. Now, I worked a job for somebody else, and then Premier Leather Crafters was, I owned that job. Because I knew I could do the work with these hands. A lot of you have bought my products. Be it a belt, a wallet, a gun holster, or whatever, a pair of custom sandals, whatever the case may be. Leather earrings, knife sheaths, knife boots, it didn't make no difference. Some of you have bought my products. And then at that time, I was going and setting up at the festivals, the city festivals, traveling around the Southeast, burning a whole bunch of gas and wasting a whole lot of time. But now, because in my entrepreneur mind, listen to what I said, entrepreneur. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I wanted the money and the fame and the glitz and the glamour and all this kind of stuff. I wanted that. But I said, okay, I'm going to travel around and I'm going to put my product and put my pieces on everybody. But then, ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time, especially in the winter months, when there aren't any city festivals going on. Okay, so now I got to revert back to the flea markets. Hitting my head. Man, I know I was making money because in my mind, I had already trained and programmed my mind. I just need to make extra money. If I can do $1,500 in a weekend, I'm good. See, my job was paying my bills. That took care of my livelihood. But this flea market money and this festival money is going to pay for my lifestyle. And I was just happy. Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I won't. But my plan was I'm going to take 100 belts out here and I'm going to boom these belts for $15 a piece. That's 15 times 100. Simple math, ladies and gentlemen, $1,500. But it wasn't until I met my advisor who told me to cast my net on the other side, and he told me to stop fishing for whitey, brim, and crappie. I need to start fishing for some of that sea bass. I need to start casting my net, trying to catch some of that ocean perch. I need to cast my net over on the other side so I can catch some of that red snapper. See, that's that expensive fish over there on the right side. Those are the ones that wasn't. I had been boxed myself in, trying to keep it real and cater to a demographic of people that thought and acted and spent money like me. $15 is a lot for a belt. Some people will spend now in modern times. You're going to go, unless you're going to Walmart, you still can find you a $14.99, $15.99, $17.99, and it gets more expensive the bigger the belt. But what I didn't realize was, listen, watch this. What I didn't even know, and I was cutting myself out of a lot of money, I am a full customization shop. You just can't go to Wally World and buy my stuff. Those belts that they sell in Walmart and Family Dollar, that stuff is made out of Naga hide. Has anybody ever seen a Naga animal? Real talk. If you know of a Naga animal, please post it in the description. There's no such animal. Now, let me tell y'all something. This is what I didn't know. I mean, I knew it, but this is what I later learned. If you buy a belt and it says genuine leather, the only part that's genuine leather is the part that those words are stamped on, according to the United States law. It is against the law to advertise something as 100% leather, and it's not. So the only part, how they got around that law, the only part that's leather is the part that stamp is on. The other part of it is Naga hide. It's man-made material that resembles leather, smells like leather, but is not leather. It's actually pleather. So now I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, you're right. And then my advisor told me, he said, your prices are offensive to my circles. You don't go into Ruth Chris expecting to pay Bob Evans' price. No more than you go into Bob Evans expecting a Ruth Chris bill. Man, you will turn every table over in Bob Evans and Shoney's. You don't look. I know we go to Captain D's and Long John Silver and get our version of seafood. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not going into Captain D's and Long John Silver buying ocean perch and sea bass and red snapper. Huh? I mean, I don't eat seafood anyway. I'm just giving you the understanding of what happens when we don't cast our net on the other side. So when you want to make more money and make bigger money and have more money coming in more often, you got to cast your net on the other side and do something different that you've never done before. Don't keep being insane. Because the only way that you're going to get something different, ladies and gentlemen, is you got to do something different. Hey, listen, this is not going to be a long one. I just wanted to put that on your heart, beloved. And I want to give you guys something to think about. I'm hearing the yard crew now starting to crank up. So I go on to sign off because I don't want that to be picked up on the mic. But listen, if you guys are interested in taking your business to another level and casting your net on the other side, I encourage you, please give me a call, give me an email. You can call me at 256-438-9344. That's digital or book RDM online marketing. Or you can shoot me an email at robert@bookrdmonline.com. And I will show you guys how to get there. Right now, I'm running a promo special this month until the end of the month. To the end of the month for $97, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell I'm giving y'all this name. I can't get rich on $97. But for $97, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you how to get your LLC registered, how to get your virtual assistant. You're going to have your own personal secretary. Listen, think about that. You're going to have your business LLC and registered as a legit business, a company, legitimate company. You're going to have a virtual assistant. You're going to have your website, and you're going to have a company email. I'm going to show you how to drop that Gmail and Yahoo and Hotmail off of your email address. A lot of times you're getting turned down in your thinking your business is your personal credit, and it's not. See, banking institutions know that, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a business and you go into the bank and you putting your own personal social security number down there trying to borrow money and they telling you no, it's not you. It's just that you don't know. Real businesses, ladies and gentlemen, don't borrow money under their own personal social security number. Your business has its own separate line of credit. Huh? See, some of y'all didn't know that. See, your personal credit can go as high as an 800, 900. Your business credit, the best business credit only goes to an 80, 80. And with that 80, ladies and gentlemen, you're eligible for $500,000. Now, if you had a score of 80 in your personal credit, you couldn't finance a pack of bubble gum. This is why you need this course. For $97, ladies and gentlemen, I'm teaching you the ins and outs of how you can get started, get registered, and have your business turn into a company to put you in a whole different tax bracket, to put you in a whole different tax benefits. So you guys can get all of that right here at RDM Online Marketing and DTM, Digital Target Marketing, right here with me, RD Muhammad. All you have to do is reach out, call me at 256-438-9344, or you can send me an email at robert@bookrdmonline.com. Hey, I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.